500 of them will wrap it up tonight. 224 will go on to week 11 in the playoffs. But we're going to keep going here on BCSN. In fact, we've got Coach's Corner straight ahead. So stay with us. It's Perkins and Sandusky on BCSN.
When it comes to getting sick, your body doesn't always wait for business hours. Introducing Firelands Virtual Care. When you're not feeling your best, Virtual Care allows you to speak online with a medical professional right away, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And yes, at any time of the day or night. No appointment necessary. To get started, visit firelands.com/virtual care to download our app. Care is just a click away.
We are underway with football at Strobel Field. Tonight's kickoff is being brought to you by North Shore Running Store, 178 East Market Street in downtown Sandusky. Offering the complete line of top brand running and walking shoes, apparel, accessories, gait analysis, nutritional items, and more. That's North Shore Running Store, 178 East Market Street in downtown Sandusky. As we're underway, the Perkins Pirates and the Sandusky Blue Streaks here from Strobel Field. Glad to have you on board. Ken Walters, Bill Eubens, ready to bring you this, the finale of the 2019 high school football season. And the Perkins Pirates will go 1st and 10 from their own 24. So the Pirates will start off running the football. And certainly a football game, Bill, that both sides of the coin. We know Sandusky's got week 11 going into the playoffs. The Pirates are going to wrap it up here tonight on this 2019 campaign. And you said pregame, maybe Jason Ziegler's got a few things up his sleeve here as far as proverbial razzle-dazzle.
Well, especially early on, he's going to have to try to get something going there. And they're in the pony look now, the pistol shotgun look. So.
And Chris Campbell, the quarterback.
But, boy, what penetration by that defensive line.
Yeah, they go to the big back.
Yes, I tell you, Kenny, the front seven from the Streaks are pumped. They realize that this is the last time they're going to play on Strobel Field, and they're ready.
And there's a young man right there, Dazion Wright, that senior down lineman at 205 pounds. I talked to Dazion before the game, and what he said, Bill, can't believe it went this fast. Yeah. And that's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
It does. It goes very quickly.
Okay, here's the first time they're going to spread it out.
3rd and 11. Again, Campbell, the quarterback for Perkins. The throw.
Plenty of wood. There's a sack.
Pressure up the middle, and down he goes. And a familiar name that we've called quite a bit this year, London Havens, along with Dazion Wright.
That's for sure that we've called those two. Kenny, there was 3 solid penetrations by that defensive line up front, and Perkins loses 10 yards on the first 3 tries.
Yeah, Philip Hunter there for the Blue Streaks. I said Dazion will be calling his name as well.
Yep.
Yeah, Philip Hunter, another one of those seniors on this ball club, and there's 19 of those young men playing their last time here at Strobel Field. Perkins to punt.
Great field position coming up here.
So it hit at the 40, bound inside the 35. So that's where the Sandusky Blue Streaks will scrimmage. First opportunity at the football. Be at the Pirate 47. 1st and 10 goes Sandusky as they'll trot that offensive out on the field. And it's been a very, very successful offense this year for Sandusky. Over 32 points a game. But they put on the board over 330 yards of offense per game. But I know they'd like to have a little more balance than what they've had this year.
Sure.
They're rushing for around 200 plus per game and a little more on the throwing side. But again, a young quarterback that stepped into that position late, or I should say middle part of the season, the sophomore Franklin.
Well, here's a 4-3 cover 2 by the Pirates. And look, they're coming. Both inside linebackers are going.
Yeah, they're thinking number 4.
Oh, this is your move. Oh, boy.
Carry on Stewart, folks. Stays on his feet and drives to the 40-yard line. Again, folks, he is an exceptional running back. We've said that a number of times this year if you've been with us on BCSN. And
I mean, they literally had him for no gain. He picked up 5 or 6.
Terrion will freeze you, and then he'll put that first step on you, and he's gone.
You talk about a free step. He has it.
2nd and 4 for Sandusky. And the quarterback is sophomore Michael Franklin. And behind him, he's going to go with double backs, Desmond Williams and Terrion Stewart. Stewart looking, breaks the tackle. Terrion Stewart across the 35, and he's going to
first down.
Work forward to the 33.
2 plays and a first down, so that offensive line is coming off the ball.
There's a good look at the 205-pound senior on his way to Bowling Green. 1,363 yards on the season, a little over 9 yards per carry. He's crossed the finish line 21 times this season.
And I think his ankle's finally healed up from all the, early season injuries, because he looks solid tonight.
Another one of those young men that wants to have a quality game here in his last go-around.
There's a trap.
So working inside. So J.J. Henry was a quarterback for Sandusky earlier in the season.
Yes, he was.
And J.J. went down with an ankle sprain, and that's when they inserted the sophomore Michael Franklin into the lineup. So Coach Mike Franklin working things around here with Sandusky's offense.
Well, he's going to try to get everybody involved tonight, being that there's the last time they'll be on this field. So I look to spread it around, although emphasis on Terrion Stewart.
Stewart to the right side, sheds a tackle at the 35, 30,
boy.
Foot race. Terrion Stewart, touchdown Sandusky.
Look out.
There it is right there, folks, from 34 yards out. He shed one tackler at about the 30, then it was a foot race. And Bill, we've seen him all year, in fact 3 years. He does not get caught from behind.
No,
Here you go,
he
folks.
will not.
There
There's your replay. Grab from behind and then never touched. Unbelievable.
So number 4 will cross the goal line again. That's 22 touchdowns on the season for the young man. And with 8:42 remaining, this opening quarter, the blue and white have struck quickly here in quarter number 1. Extra point by Isaac Roop. And the sophomore will split the uprights. So very quickly, Sandusky Blue Streaks on the board. As you get a look at number 4, Terrion Stewart alongside his teammate Josh Midhour did some blocking. 8:42 remaining. Sandusky Blue Streaks on top 7-0 with high school football here on BCSN. Michael Franklin kicks the ball down to the 7-yard line, and out on the return, getting the ball out to about the 30-yard line is where the Perkins Pirates, as Smith returns it for the black and white. So second opportunity with the football. But Bill, there's that quick strike capability that Sandusky offense with Terrion Stewart.
Well, anytime he hits the perimeter, Kenny, he could take it to the house. When he runs those little traps off tackle, he's capable of taking it to the house, but not like when he hits the perimeter, because he's got that second speed he kicks in.
So this will be Chris Campbell, quarterback for Perkins. He is a junior. Excuse me.
Oh, there's the option.
Option play. Oh, swarming defense by the blue and white.
They're pumped. They're pumped. They were really ready to go. They're playing a tight 4-3 cover 2 on defense, and all 3 of those linebackers are like a yard off the ball.
Boy, let's get to the ball in the hurry, and let's get there with some emphasis on that ball carrier. I see 3 blue uniforms in there.
J.J. Henry led the part there for the first hit.
Second and 11.
They got them all spread out now. And motion.
Carter in motion. Going to look to try to cross the middle. That's going to go incomplete. Had a man open right there. You're looking at Colin Nemitz, the sophomore.
That was a good call. He had 3 or 4 linemen out there, but threw it way over his head.
No question, the Blue Streak defense was looking to the wide side of that field with Ty Carter.
No huddle, so they're going to come up with something here. Obviously, it's going to be a pass. But again, that Blue Streak secondary, they're like ball hawks out there.
So throwing situation, 3rd and 11. They're going to swing it out wide. A little too high for Carter, so the Perkins Pirates will have to punt the football away here with 7:53 remaining here in this opening quarter. So Sandusky 6-3 on the season. They are 2-2 in conference play. The Pirates, they find themselves opposite at 3-6, and they are 0-4 in league play.
They started out real well, Ken.
Yes, they did. They won 3 out of their first 4 ball games. Let's not kid ourselves. The Lake Division of the SBC is very difficult. Pressure up the middle. That ball is going to be sliced to the 45. Short punt. And Sandusky again will have excellent field position.
Sure will.
Right at midfield.
Half a field to go.
Pirate defense being put to the test here. It looks like the referee will spot that ball just inside the 50 across there into the Pirate territory. So again, the Blue Streaks of Sandusky again averaging just a little over 32 points a game on the season. Certainly they've been a team that loves to run the football, and why not when you've got Terrion Stewart.
That's right.
Yeah. And they've also got a nice running back too, and that sophomore Desmond Williams. So
Desmond Williams is a good one.
Streaks in tight.
Nice cut.
J.J. Henry, yeah, going to be bottled up. But right there, Sam McNulty leading the way. We mentioned Sam in pregame. Solid senior there at 6'4", 240 pounds. Sam, one of the leading tacklers for the black and white this year.
Sam's going to have a big night. You know, and the thing is, you play him at right defensive end, and you could always run away from him.
2nd and 9.
Perkins linebackers up tight.
Boy, they are all up there, are they not? Because Sandusky's in tight in this formation.
Yes. And they're blitzing them again. Oh, geez, something stopped.
Probably a procedure penalty, and it is. Streaks a little too quick before the snap, so that'll back them up 5. So this is game number 11 in this series, and we have played 10 of those games, and they're even at 5 wins apiece. A couple of years ago when they started this thing, it was like, why did it take so long? Well, now you've got the Pirates and the Blue Streaks in the same conference.
Yep.
Sandusky Division III school with 338 boys in the top 3 grades. The Pirates, they've dropped down to D4 this year with 252 boys in the top 3 grades, but they're both members of the Sandusky Bay Conference, and they will continue to play on week number 10. Here you go. Franklin
coming after him.
A lot of pressure now. Franklin's going to have to get rid of it.
Fumble.
Did he hang on to it? He did. Boy,
he just kept going backwards. He should have threw it away.
Yeah, the sophomore had all kinds of problems. I think that comes with playing experience. Bill Eubens recognizing I've got to get the ball out.
Well, you had to recognize, too, that for the last 2 plays, they've been bringing both inside linebackers, and it's no different now. They're all coming. Throw it away right there. He just...
easier said than done sometimes.
Easier said than done. Now they got 3rd and 1 million.
I wouldn't go 1 million, but I'll go half a city block. How's that for you, partner?
I'd run a little screen with Terry on.
Go about through it now.
Here's a sweep.
Henry reading the blocks. Henry getting out across the 45 to about the 48. A fumble on the far side, and the black and white say they've got it. See what the official does. I think they're going to call him down over there.
Yeah, they're going to call him down right on the sideline, right at about the 45 or 46.
So let's watch JJ on this run.
He had some blockers out in front of him.
A couple nice blocks. Terrion Stewart delivering a good block. There was the fumble.
Perkins is all yelling.
They're going to call
him. Our ball.
But he's down at the 46 is what the referee spots the ball.
Plus there was a penalty on the Blue Streaks on that.
Covered by the Pirates.
So it looks like there was a penalty, and Perkins has come up with that football. You know, on the replay, it certainly looked like the team in white got it, and they certainly have. So here is an opportunity for the Pirates at the Sandusky 46.
They have flipped the field.
Yes, they have.
And have good field position. Now let's see if they can put something together.
So the junior Chris Campbell will handle the snaps for Perkins. Campbell got pressure on the backside. Oh, there's that pursuit speed of Sandusky.
Was that a face mask?
Probably, because Sandusky's been notorious for penalties this year.
Notorious, yeah. and both officials called it at the same time.
Yeah.
Got a 10-yard sack, and it looks like a penalty.
Yeah, London Havens and Philip Hunter on there, but you're right, the face mask.
Yeah.
That'll be 15, but he was about 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, yeah, he was.
So really, this is going to be about a +3 for Perkins. So that'll put him at the 43, but it'll be second. We'll call it 7.
2nd and 7.
Boy, that front four, Sandusky's really coming off the ball here early.
Yeah. Here's a
Carter,
nice cut.
Nice play. First down, Perkins. Fumble.
You're saying he's down.
Yep. Well, out and gone with the football. Taken off was J.T. Lewis, but we'll bring it back.
JT was trying to have a little bit of heads up there. There's the replay kid. Here he comes. He jumps over a guy here, right there.
So Carter goes over 1,000 yards on the season. And, yeah, ground might have caused the fumble, but either way, piling up inside for a couple of yards. So Ty Carter now has gone over that magical 1,000-yarder. He's close to it right now.
That's what he wanted. He was like 40 yards from it, something like that.
Something like that.
He got one there.
Yeah.
But you got to feed him. He's a good back.
Carter's had a very solid year for Perkins.
Here comes a reverse pass.
Up top,
He's
got
open.
him in.
No!
Just overthrowing a wide open, and I mean wide open, Trenton McIntyre.
Boy, you're a safety. How do you let that guy run by you like that?
Just said a few minutes ago, Bill Humans, that we'd see Coach Ziegler emptying that playbook.
And there it is.
And Jason Ziegler.
What do you got to lose, Ken?
Yeah.
Not a thing. Plus, that should have been a touchdown.
He was there, that's for sure.
Sure was.
3rd and 9 here for the Pirates. Carter in motion. Pressure, they're going to throw a little screen pass across the middle.
Hit the lineman in the back.
Yeah, and we got ineligible downfield.
That's McNulty it hit.
Yeah, we got ineligible downfield. Perkins had their down lineman about 5 or 6 yards downfield.
Easily 5 or 6 yards. If McNulty would have turned around, he'd have had a pass completion.
But I don't believe he indicated he was an eligible receiver. No.
No, that's why he was faced the other way.
So there's the call by the referee.
So far, the play calling on Perkins' part has been very good. Little razzle-dazzle, power play in the middle, but they can't hit the big one. They can't make that razzle-dazzle work.
So they'll go ahead and mix this up now with a 4th down and 8 as Jason Ziegler now in season number 10. Runs that play in, so 4th and 9 for the Pirates. A couple of wide receivers, bottom of your screen right. Campbell, pressure up the middle.
Out. Oh, good job, got by him.
He's got some running room down the left side to the 20. 15, going to be run out of bounds at about the 12-yard line, but Chris Campbell showing quick feet as he's able to get that first down for the Pirates.
Ken, did you notice the secondary for Sandusky was in a man-to-man, and they all turned around and had their back to him, and nobody knew he even had the ball. He ran 20 yards before they realized he had the ball. That's the downfall of the man-to-man.
Pirates on the doorstep here. Carter.
Cut.
Carter keeps it going.
Whoa.
Touchdown.
Whoa.
Number 23 in the end zone for the Pirates is the senior Ty Carter. Puts 6 on the board for the Pirates.
About 12 yards out.
So taking full advantage of that turnover by Sandusky. Perkins has scored here with 4:22 remaining opening quarter. Get another look. Is this time the direct snap to him.
Makes a nice plant on his right leg. Gets in the end zone for the touchdown.
So the Perkins Pirates have put 6 on the board, and let's see if they're going to run out that extra point, and they will. A little late getting out there. The play clock down to 15. So try the extra point for the Pirates. This is going to be Tyler Yingling. Low snap. And Yingling will drill that ball through the uprights, and he does. So with 4:22 remaining, the young men from South Campbell Street have put points on the board, and we're tied up at 7 apiece. So Sandusky Perkins right here on BCSN. Surprise, but maybe not surprise. The Perkins Pirates, they go with a Pooch onside kick. And now the question is, did it go 10 yards? But they surprised Sandusky, and the officials are huddled right there at the 50-yard line.
Oh, they did. Those front linemen, they backed up. They're calling illegal touch.
Yeah, it might have been before it went 10 yards. So there's the call by the official, but well designed for sure.
Oh, Kenny was well designed.
Boy.
You could tell they practiced that all week.
So you came within just about a half a yard.
Okay, let's see, Kenny.
Watch it closely.
Oh, boy, that's close.
49.5-yard line.
Yeah.
You see the far side official running in there to make that call, and the ball has been
And he didn't
spotted.
hesitate to call it.
He did not. He did not.
But give him credit.
If you're under the weather this year but don't feel like leaving your home, you can try Firelands Virtual Care. It's care at your fingertips, so visit firelands.com/virtual care to download that app and get started. And getting started is Terrion Stewart. As Terrion takes the ball from the 49-yard line, he's going to be stepping out of bounds at the 32, so give him 17 and give Sandusky a first down.
Does he get a point for going in a soccer goal? They threw him right into goal. He just kind of got up and said, oh, well.
Well, he's starting off like he's going to have a big night on the offensive side of the ball.
I mean, he's so shifty with those hips. It's tough to get a good grab at him. Perkins is still running that 4-3 blitzing everybody.
Stewart piling forward. Look at Terrion Stewart drive those legs.
12 more yards, 13 more yards.
Inside the tackle and just firing downfield.
This is a brutal offense right here. Lines blocking, backs are blocking, and then, of course, you got Terrion. Just give me the ball.
Now you go with Pollard, Mika Brown, Havens, Midhour, and Dazion Wright. That's a very good offensive line that the Blue Streaks
and
put
they
out
love
there.
to hit.
1st and 10. Stewart again. Next time he wants to try to get wide. He does get wide. We got a holding call coming up on Sandusky, so we're going to bring that one back. And that's been a problem for the blue and white throughout this 2019 season, is when they do try to get wide, more often than not, you're seeing that flag fly against Sandusky. But it's so difficult to stop that young man when he gets to the edge. He just outruns the defense.
He just outruns him. And if there happens to be a corner out there, he ain't going to get him.
Yeah, I believe a little disappointment that time. You could see it. I think that was Demarion Dennison, one of the sophomores, called for that. Is you could look at Mike Franklin, the head coach.
Happy.
Mike now in season number 14. In fact, Mike's taken his team to the playoffs for the 4th year in a row here on Hayes Avenue.
Yep.
So negate that touchdown. We're going to move that ball back to the 32 where we'll scrimmage. Make this now 1st, and we're going to call it 20. Inside, Henry gets one block. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down by Sam McNulty.
Got about 5. That's not bad. Maybe 4. So
Sam with 37 tackles on the season for Perkins. Done a solid job inside that defensive tackle position.
Did they have another flag yet? The referee's talking to the umpire.
So they've stopped play at 3:18 here.
Oh, they called a horse collar.
Ooh, that's a big penalty against Perkins for sure.
Yeah, it is. Oh, man.
So they're going to walk down the carpet here at Strobel Field, put that ball at the 12-yard line.
That helps.
Yes, 2nd and 5 now as Mike Franklin dials up this 2nd and 5 play. Stewart trying to get to the edge. Terrion Stewart, touchdown.
12 yards out. No, what the?
You know, I may be premature to make that touchdown call, but when he gets squared up, he gets to the edge.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
So Terrion Stewart from 12 yards out scores again. Here's another look, folks, at one of the premier backs in the state of Ohio.
I think it was 17 now. It shows a 17.
We're going to call it a touchdown regardless, as Terrion Stewart goes in for the 2nd TD of the evening. And again, this is his last 4 round of Strobel Field as Roop will go for the PAT.
Looks good.
And the sophomore will split those up right. So 3:03 remaining, opening quarter. Entertaining game here. Strobel Field, Cedar Point Stadium, as we'll step aside as Terrion Stewart will catch a breath. There's your score. Sandusky 14, Perkins 7. Franklin line drives that ball down to right about the 7-yard line.
Oh, nice cut.
Looking to get outside for the Pirates is Cameron Smith. So Smith, good return for Perkins, gets that ball out across we're going to mark it at the 40, so good field position for the Pirates. As you look at those helmets, folks, those are from 1999. Those are the 1999 helmets. That was the year that Perkins won the state championship.
They won it all.
In Massillon that year, they beat Ironton.
And who did they beat to get to the first game?
I think it's a team that is over in Ottawa County. I think it's called the Oak Harbor Rockets.
You can't fool Kenny, I tell you what.
Yeah.
Cannot be fooled.
Yeah, it was Perkins ran the table, is inside. Excuse me, that's not Carter. We're going to go with number 12. That's Chris Campbell, the quarterback.
Nice hard run, yeah.
Chris with 175 yards running the football on the season for Perkins.
That was a very nice run. I tell you what, for 155 pounds, he sure get in there hard.
Give him 8. Perkins out to their own 48.
Offside.
So there's another penalty on.
5-yard penalty and a first down.
So Sandusky will give them the easy first down, and I don't want to be repetitive, but this has been an issue throughout this 2019 campaign, has been the penalties.
Some coaches, Kenny, go to that flex where they don't line them up so close to the ball. And if they do jump, they're not offside.
Carter.
Not too much.
Carter, but keeping the legs driving, though, as he gets positive yards inside the 45. Going to spot him at the 43, so give him a tough 4 yards.
He is one hard-nosed runner.
Closing in on 2 minutes here, opening quarter.
Played guard the last couple of years, and they made him a running back, and boy, he's not let him down.
He's not. He's closing in on that magical 1,000 yards rushing.
That's quite an accomplishment for that young man.
No doubt about it.
Here comes a pass. Oh, a little bit low.
So on that second down play, Jason Ziegler says, let's go up top. So here you are, third, call it 6.
Here's where you look for a little razzle-dazzle. Tell that secondary, be on alert, because they brought in about 3 or 4 guys.
So 2 in the backfield here. They're going to quick snap the ball to Carter. He's going to get outside, able to break 1 tackle, knocked out of bounds inside the 40.
He's going to be about a yard shy.
Yeah, he was able to break that tackle of Rashawn Redding, and that's not an easy task.
No. There we go. Here comes it. That was a wildcat.
Yeah, nice block on the edge there for the Pirates, being delivered by Caden Wire, sophomore.
They're going for it.
4th and 1. Carter cuts.
He's got it.
And he'll move forward.
Oh.
Backside official throws that laundry, and more than likely, Bill Eubens, that's a...
block in the back or a hold.
Yeah.
That's the referee. He only calls one thing, holding.
So that negates that first down for Perkins. But I like that direct snap. They're going to Ty Carter.
Absolutely.
195-pound senior. So went from a positive first down play. His back Perkins up now. So here you go with a 4th down.
Unsportsmanlike. Oh, boy. Not only did they get to hold, they threw another flag for unsportsmanlike.
And I don't know if that came from the field or that came from the sideline.
I think it came from the sideline.
Okay.
Because you see he's over there now telling the sideline.
Yes. Yeah, there's a conversation. Both officials over there. The head ref is in conversation. So that one really hurts the black and white.
That's 25 in penalties.
So it went from a first down at about the Sandusky 36 is going to force the Pirates into a punting situation here with 1:31 remaining opening quarter.
Boy, what a killer. Jeez. And it's 4th down.
Yeah.
My, all that happened on 4th down. Jeez.
High, but not too deep.
Get out of there.
So close to Sandusky touching the ball.
That kid should have been nowhere near that ball.
Now, Desmond Williams, he's been very aggressive going after punts this year and done a nice job. But, yeah, you don't want to be anywhere near that ball as his teammates are letting him know. But the decision was made, and it comes up good field position for Sandusky. Referees again in conference, but with 1:22 remaining, it will be the Blue Streak football.
That's what the talk is right now, Kenny. Is it Perkins football? Did he touch that ball? He was awful close to it. Do we have a replay on that?
Oh,
Yep, Perkins ball.
So they're going to give the football to the black and white of Perkins. So another error on the part
mistake.
of Sandusky has given the Pirates new life.
That's the way.
So we'll make the call here. I believe Venerucci was punting that football.
Yes. Boy, that was fast.
So trying to sell the referee on it, but he doesn't. So here's Perkins now. They've got the ball back pretty much where they were when they started drive. Now
exactly.
they're at the Sandusky 39 as Campbell will drop deep.
Plenty of time.
Across the middle. That's going to go incomplete.
Incomplete.
Yeah, he was trying to hook up with Jordan Jackson, a 5'10 senior. So you look at Campbell, though, he's had a good year all around for Perkins as that quarterback position. 9 touchdown pass, but he has had 10 interceptions, which comes back to bite you a little bit.
It comes back to bite you, just learning a position.
2nd and 10, close to jumping offside, but we'll play on. Carter gets a block, able to swing outside to the 20, the 30. Yes, good run that time. Ty Carter running hard.
See, Mr. Carter learned Mr. Terrion's secret. Get to the perimeter.
Good hard run by that senior again. Only stands about 5'8", but again at 190, 195, he's a load.
He's a load, very solid, big arms, nice feet, good hips.
From the 27, Carter again.
Middle.
And there's Sandusky gang tackling inside. So we're inside of 60 seconds here in a very entertaining opening quarter. So one of these games where Sandusky scored first, big play, Perkins comes back, Sandusky, boom, back to Stewart. Then this big turnover here by the blue and white have given Perkins more life here in this opening quarter.
I mean, you send the guy back to get a punt, he has to be sure of himself.
2nd and 9 for Campbell and the Pirates. Carter the lone setback. Campbell to throw. Campbell looking, going to get it out to the side.
Oh, he dropped it.
Little behind Ty Carter.
Well, I tell you, he was out there. He had a blocker out front in the corners. So it was a blocker, a corner, and Carter. That would have been a big gainer.
So here you're looking at a 3rd and 9.
But you're in 2-down zone here. So you got 2 downs to get 9 yards.
So run the play in. Looks like trips to the top of your screen left. Looks like a reverse.
Here comes that trickeration.
Come back again. Got a man open down there.
He caught it.
And it's caught right through the arms that time for Sandusky, J.J. Henry. And guess what? The Perkins Pirates are in business. I believe making that grab was Chris Campbell. Get another look, folks.
That was Chris Campbell. Hands off, runs to the sideline. The wide receiver throws a perfect ball for a 1st down.
Colin Nemitz on the throw and quarterback Campbell on the catch. And here's Perkins in business now at the 16-yard line as we'll run this clock down in the 1st quarter, and that's going to do it. 12 minutes, football. Strobel Field, and entertaining high school football here early as the exchange ends, and we're going to step aside as the score finds the Sandusky Blue Streaks at top by 7 as you're watching high school football right here on BCSN. Right now, they're introducing Stanley Johnson down at the 50-yard line. And Stanley was a tremendous football player for Sandusky. And head coach sitting next to me, Gene Kidwell. Remember Stanley very well, so honoring Stanley Johnson for the Sandusky Blue Streaks. But what a player he was back in the 70s, went on and had a professional career. Los Angeles Rams, Kansas City, and played Canadian football.
I'll tell you what, that's a really nice career.
One of many Sandusky High School football players that have gone on and played collegiately and in the pros.
Whew.
So here we go, the Perkins Pirates, folks. They are sitting at a 2nd down and 9. Opportunity for the black and white. Campbell got pressure.
That's a sack. Nope.
Going to throw that up, and that's going to be out of the end zone.
Oh, that's close.
Yes.
Oh, that's close. Another great call.
Okay, going up high to give it a shot was Trenton McIntyre, 6-foot sophomore.
That Perkins offense is not shying away.
So here you go again. Campbell gets a little pressure up the middle from
been
Havens.
Sacked. Up and up, yep, stepped on the out-of-bounds line. Yep, good call.
And in the back of the end zone, looks like one of the folks is shaken up for the Blue Streaks. As you get a look across the far sideline as the students from Perkins High School made the trip across the avenue to come out here and support their classmates in this, their final football game of the year. And a beautiful night for high school football.
It sure is.
On this Friday, temperature probably around 40 degrees and very, very little wind blowing out of the south right now. So perfect night for football. What was that temperature, Bill Eubens?
38.
All right, so I said 40,
You're
but
right
hey,
on the button.
But no, it's a great night. In fact, you think about this season, we have had wonderful weather for football. And here in week 10, it's finally where you got to get the hats, the coats, and the gloves on. But prior to that, it's just been a delightful fall for football around the great state of Ohio. So the Perkins Pirates find themselves looking at a 3rd down and 8. They're at the 14. As you get a look across the far side, that's Jason Ziegler in the middle of your screen. Season number 10 for the Pirates. As we go direct snap, Carter. Thinking about throwing, but the Sandusky defense can't drag him down. He goes inside the 10. Hard running by that young man. Relentless. There's a young guy that does not want this thing to end on a negative note.
No, he does not. I mean, he ran through about 3 guys for an extra 5 yards.
There's that cliche called selling out, and there's a young man, number 1. He wants that 1,000 yards in his resume for his senior year. And more importantly, direct snap again.
Same play. He's going to pass.
Throw the football, jump ball. Is that going to be picked off? It is. Noah Caston will intercept the football.
Noah's had a big year intercepting passes.
Oh, Noah Caston has just been outstanding for Sandusky as he comes up with his 5th interception of the season. Ineligible receiver downfield. So they're going to decline that, and the Sandusky Blue Streaks have held. So once again, Jason Ziegler emptying the playbook.
Nice call. He mimicked the Wildcat, but some of his buddies maybe didn't hear the call. They were down in the end zone with him.
Well, there's a look at Noah Cast, another one of those seniors on the Blue Streak team, one of 19 playing his final game here at Strobel Field. But well done defensively. Give him 5 picks on the season, but more importantly, give Sandusky the football at the 20 as they turn the black and white away.
Well, after that turnover on the punt, that was a very big stop right there for the Blue Streaks. Now we'll see if they have some razzle-dazzle on their own.
What we've seen here early is that Sandusky is going to run that football here tonight.
Another flag.
So that'll stop before we go off. What do we got? Neutral, violation in the neutral zone. Let's see.
Yeah, it's against the Blue Streaks. Oh, Mike is bad. Mike is mad.
Lining up offside.
Yeah, that's what it is, too.
Again, we always keep things in perspective when you talk sports, especially at the high school level. And this has just been one of the issues that the blue and white have had since game 1. Have just been those mental mistakes.
Mental mistakes, that's all. Those coaches have done a great job of coaching it, but you can't stop a mental mistake.
Stewart. Perkins there to gang tackle him again. Leading the way is Sam McNulty.
Sam McNulty, a great job. Stepped across the line of scrimmage, took on a block, and tackled a very good running back. There's a little ISO on Mr. Stewart.
Got that play in from the sideline here again. Second quarter action, very entertaining through the first 12 minutes.
Sure was.
Stewart gets a block, carry into the 20. Plus out to the 30. Can we run out of bounds close to that first down marker? Let's see where the referee spots it. That should be enough to move the chains. So first down for Sandusky. He's able to pick up 14 yards on that carry.
Terry on to the sideline results in first down.
Just kind of lowers his shoulder, knocks the defender off his feet, and moves the chains.
Just looking to build a little bit more field position so they could really turn him loose.
At the 31, I got a feeling Coach Mike Franklin wants to give this man a going away present tonight.
Look at this.
Watch out.
Whoa.
To the 30 to 40, and knocked out of bounds. That's going to be J.J. Henry. So just one of many running backs Sandusky can put in there.
Yep. There's a replay here. Look at the move he made. He's running through traffic and making it. Good job.
I like the way he switched the ball in his hands.
That's just the way you're coached.
So if you want to look ahead to the 2020 season, you've got Desmond Williams and J.J. Henry.
You got a preview right here.
Two sophomores returning for Sandusky and a sophomore quarterback as well.
Yeah, you're right.
So scrimmage from the 38, 1st and 10, Blue Streaks. Stewart looking.
He broke it. He broke that tackle. Another one.
Gets a block, and look at the power running there.
Picks up 12 yards. Now is there another flag? I saw the referee stop the clock.
So another
holding Sandusky. Whoa. Boy, they're calling a lot of penalties tonight.
Definitely mounting up for the team in blue, that's for sure. Mike Franklin again, vehement.
He's going to be vehement, yeah. Such good plays, well executed, and that hold to get you every time. Yeah.
So they'll back him up to the 43, where it'll be first down now, call it 15. Stewart cuts up inside of a block to the 40, 35, 30, breaks another tackle. He's gone for another touchdown. Terrion Stewart for the blue and white will go in standing up. He gave just a quick move to the inside, and he froze a good defender in Sawyer Henry.
He sure did.
And into the end zone he goes. Terrion Stewart again for the Blue Streaks. 43 yards on the carry, and watch him go, folks.
Here we go.
Breaks that tackle at the 30.
And this poor safety, he didn't know what to do. Oh, me, jeez.
Just pushes him away as that senior running back is on a mission here tonight, folks. That gives him 3 touchdowns.
3 tonight.
Yep.
And it's early.
Yeah, 9:51 to go. Extra point.
Another flag. Offside.
So Terrion Stewart with 3 touchdowns on the evening now as he continues to put up those lossy numbers, give him 24 touchdowns on this season. So we'll go again. Good snap.
Nice high kick.
Good hold there by Henry, and through the uprights we go. So perfect on the evening is that sophomore. So Roop splits the uprights, and with 9:51 remaining here till halftime, the Sandusky Blue Streaks behind the legs of number 4, Terrion Stewart, lead the Pirates as high school football continues here on BCSN. Blue Streaks will kick this one away. And from the 8, trying to get outside, get a little running room for Perkins is Maurice Armstrong. Fumble.
Boy, a lot of hit.
A lot of hitting, that's for sure. Big hit. Big
all
hit.
arrived in a bad mood.
You know, in this Lake Division, right now the big game is going to be over in Norwalk, where Norwalk and Tiffin Columbian square off, and Norwalk comes away winning it. They win outright the Lake Division as the Truckers are 8-1 on the season, on their way to the playoffs, while Tiffin Columbian also 8-1. They're in the playoffs, and they're 3-1. The other big game, of course, are those good friends over there on Route 20, that being Bellevue and Clyde.
Big rival.
Yeah, they get together tonight. Bellevue, they need a win to cement their position in the playoffs. Ty Carter, again, running hard. Ty will get it out to about the 28.
He's had a good night tonight, picked up a lot of yards, but behind on the scoreboard.
Darion Stewart, 10 carries on the evening, 150 yards, so more importantly, 3 touchdowns. 2nd and 6. Campbell. Got to roll out. A lot of pressure this time.
Boy, they were on him. Whoa. Three kids. They had to take him out.
Yeah, Philip Hunter putting some pressure on there along with number 55.
Yeah, London Havens was right there.
Yeah. A couple of quick down linemen for Sandusky. This is one team, we watched them this season, Bill Eubens. You're going to beat Sandusky, you don't do it on the edge. You've got to beat Sandusky between the tackles.
Between the tackles, you're right, Ken.
And teams have had a lot of success running the football against Sandusky, as they're giving up about 190 yards rushing on the season. 3rd and 7. Campbell wants to go up top, straight up the middle. Able to shed the tackle, though. Campbell trying to get outside. Not going to get away from a guy who was very, very good in the open field. That's Rashawn Redding.
You better believe.
He's number 2 in tackles for Sandusky, 71 on the year.
Now, was that a sack?
Well, he got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he did get it back. Okay,
yeah.
then it's not a sack.
So 4th and 6.
But the first guy should have had a sack.
Yeah, once again, very good open field tackling by Sandusky. Rashawn Redding, as well as his partner Vinny D'Amico, who's number 2 in the league in tackling this year with 82 on the season. So they'll punt the ball away. Will the Pirates pressure? It's going to spin down to about the 42. Now this time,
big. Woo.
I think we'll run away from the football and not even give a look at it.
You got to catch that ball.
Yeah, that was an opportunity for Desmond to give it a catch or even a fair catch on that.
Yeah, fair catch. Well, you know who's telling him not to fair catch it, Ken.
Yeah.
You know who's telling him not to fair catch it? Stewart. He's going, man, that's my yardage. Let that ball roll down there, man. I'll make it up.
Eubens, you're getting ahead of yourself there, my good man. Got to get you corralled here, brother. No, I think that's one of those classic carpet bounces, though.
Oh, yeah.
When it takes off, man, it's just like hitting that low burner on the golf course.
Yeah, it's true.
And then getting a good roll. But here we are, Sandusky scrimmaging from the 14. Stewart looking.
Boy, he made about 3 cuts in there.
He's always
another flag.
Always probing is one Terrion Stewart. So another one of those games with Laundry. Let's go back another 10 for Sandusky. Another holding penalty. Well, the Streaks are on pace to go over 100 yards in penalties, maybe here in the first half.
Maybe in the first half. That's at least 4 holds.
Yeah, that's. You know, you're going into week 11 in the playoffs, the competition increases, the quality of play increases, and you can ill afford to do that to give yourself a chance to be successful.
Well, you start to get into that playoff realm, you're going to have some well-mannered teams.
It's not always the talent that wins in athletics. You got to have that gray matter and the cerebral part of the game that comes into play. Stewart will go in motion as they're going to go up inside. Good hard run. I believe that's J.J. Henry.
Nice run. They used Mr. Stewart as a decoy that time. He can come up with about 8 or 9 yards.
Got a nice block by that sophomore, Demarion Dennison. Tackle for Sandusky. He gave him crease. You know, with Demarion Dennison, a sophomore in that lineup, along with the junior Dylan Pollard and Mika Brown, those young men are coming back next season. So a nice nucleus to build off
That's
of.
for sure.
Stewart will cut up inside. Terrion Stewart, watch out. Terrion Stewart says, happy trails, folks. Is he going to get caught from behind?
He is.
He's going to get caught from behind.
There's a horse collar right there. No call.
Terrion Stewart was dragged down from behind, and folks, in 3 years of watching him play football, I have not seen the man caught from behind, but let's give credit where it's due. We're talking about Colin Nemitz.
There you go. Here's the replay. Nice block, nice kick-out block, and the rest is up to him. He's gone.
So did Colin have the angle on him?
Oh, sure he did.
Sure he did. There's the sprint from behind, though. Let's give Colin Nemitz.
That was a horse call. I can't believe they didn't call that.
Seriously, Bill Ubens, I've done Sandusky football now, watched him for 3 years, and that is the first time anyone caught from behind.
Wow.
You can see he was a little discouraged that he was wrapped up.
But he got that yardage, Kenny.
Henry will bounce outside. So JJ will go in.
Oh!
He's going to be met right at the goal line, but he is going to score for Sandusky. So touchdown number 11, and the Sandusky Blue Streaks on the board again. But I don't want to belabor it, folks, but again, 3 years of football, and I've never seen Terrion Stewart caught from behind. But J.J. Henry, quality run right here.
That was a quality one. And then he cuts it up and catches a forearm. Jeez.
Yeah, he ran into Cameron Smith at the goal line.
He sure did.
So the Sandusky Blue Streaks, they take that football 80 yards, and they score.
Kenny, they don't care where they're at on the field. They plan on scoring.
They are an explosive team on the offensive side of the ball. So 7:07 remaining till half, and Sandusky's blowing this one open here as they lead 28-7 from Strobel Field. As you get a look at one of the seniors on Sandusky, Josh Midhour, letting you know the Blue Streaks are in the end zone.
He's enjoying this.
Well, the kickoff again, and Perkins Pirates will take the football at the 30-yard line as Terrion Stewart now is up to 226 yards rushing, Bill, on 12 carries.
Phenomenal.
And 3 touchdowns, and I thought he had number 4, but let's give Colin Nemitz a lot of credit. He pursued well, and was able to, the sophomore able to drag him down from behind. So here's the Pirates. They need to get something going here on the offensive side. Right now, this game is in jeopardy of being a blowout.
Big time jeopardy.
Campbell.
Look out.
Chris will take off, 30-35. He's going to step out of bounds at about the 37-yard line as Benny D'Amico in pursuit. Come up just short now, give him about 9 on the carry.
Yeah, those backers and safety guys, they're backing out on that man-to-man and putting their back to the quarterback, and he's taking advantage of it.
So over in that Bay division, you know, the Sandusky Bay Conference, 3 divisions. It's the Oak Harbor Rockets in control, up 4-0 on the season, and they're playing Port Clinton tonight as Ty Carter will crash forward for a first down. But the Oak Harbor Rockets firmly in the playoffs, the 9-0 record. They are a Division 5 school. Huron Tigers, doesn't look like they're going to make it though, Bill Ubens.
I don't think 15th maybe.
Yeah,
they're not going to make it.
Yeah, they are playing Edison tonight, but
they're going to get some good points if they beat Edison.
A lot of ifs. You don't want to say for sure, but Huron at 7-2, 3-1 in the league. They're tied with Edison for second place.
And what if Edison wins? They're going to get a ton of points.
Yes, they are. Not this time.
Great defense.
And
Great defense.
Quick feet again.
That's our boy Landon.
Yeah.
Landon Havens, good job.
Nice athlete. He'll be on the basketball court here in a few weeks.
He is a good athlete. Good quick feet.
255 pounds. He plays a little quicker than 255.
That's a man. Oh, yeah.
So 2nd and 12 for Sandusky.
Don't leave him off the boards, that's for sure.
Yeah, you know, we finished up the River Division. This is kind of unfortunate, though. You got the Gibsonburg team 9-0 on the season. You ready for this? They're not going to make the playoffs.
Nope, you're right.
They don't. Their strength of schedule was not strong enough. They're going to go 10-0 on the season. So another razzle-dazzle. Campbell up top. Boy, Sandusky got everybody back this time. And it's going to go incomplete.
Oh, they had him covered well.
Yeah, throwing it to J.T. Lewis has had a solid year in that secondary. So I think Sandusky learned their lesson now. That
yeah, they have. You can only run so many gadgets.
Yeah, don't bite on every play.
Correct.
Yep. So stay consistent.
I mean, it was a nice call. Sandusky didn't know what, as far as the rush was concerned. They wasn't sure, but boy, they had some Blue Streaks had some guys down there. Double team.
Looking to get the ball to Trenton McIntyre. So Pirates now 3rd and 12. They'll be going up top on this one as Campbell will take snap.
Motion across.
Nemitz. Campbell looking back the other way. Got a lot of pressure again. Chris will escape a couple of tacklers and he'll squeeze out to the 47. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 6 for Sandusky. And down 21. What's Jason Ziegler want to do here with 5.5 to go till halftime? I think he'll bring the punt team out.
Yeah, that's what he's doing, because if he don't punt, you got a short field.
So Drake Benarucci, a freshman, will be punting for Perkins.
Although, don't forget the gadget.
Sandusky coaching staff right there getting their players in proper position.
Yep, tell them to back up a little bit.
Benarucci,
catch it, don't let it bounce.
So Williams will corral this at the 12. So this time, good idea. That's Xavier Parker, I believe, that time. Changed up, they put the senior back there. Parker gets it to the 22 with just a tick under 5 minutes remaining here. Sandusky will bring that offensive unit back out on the field. Well, we got a moment very quickly around the league this season with week number 10. The leaders in the Lake Division throwing the football. Good quarterback, Jason Frankhauser, down there at Tiffin Columbian, 1,500 yards and 20 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions. Rushing the football, one of the big surprises in high school football, a young man by the name of Evan Stump, just under 2,000 yards rushing, 23 touchdowns on the season. But what's fascinating about that, partner, that man only carried the ball 17 times last year. Now, I want you to think about it. He had 17 carries last season and didn't get to play much. So he comes in this year, gets you 2,000 yards and 23 touchdowns. Is that not a story?
I saw him against Edison. He is the real deal.
Yes, he is. He's very, very fast.
Oh, man, and moves.
Goes about 180, 185 pounds. And he lights teams up, averaging 9.5 yards a carry. Is Evan Stump. And again, only 17 carries last year for about 120 yards.
That's remarkable.
Really is. So give him his dues. And right behind him is Terrion Stewart. Started off slowly because of some injuries, but Terrion's now up to over 1,500 yards and 24 touchdowns. And Terrion averages a very cool 9.5 yards a carry.
If Terrion didn't have ankle problems about 3 or 4 games, Lord only knows what he'd been.
And the leading wide receiver in the Lake Division, young man by the name of Caleb Marshall, about 6'5", 195, 680 yards catching the football and 12 touchdowns for the Redmen. Sandusky scrimmaging from the 22. Williams working out to the sideline.
Nice run.
So Desmond will get some solid yardage. So just under 5 minutes to go. Sandusky like to put together another solid drive here and get on the board again. A couple of subs coming in for Perkins. They're going to roll one of their underclassmen into the ball game.
I don't see Terrion in the game. Is he in the game?
I do not see Terrion on the field right now.
Don't let those young kids have a shot at
Williams. Desmond going to pop outside. And going to be dragged to the 50.
Face mask.
Good solid run. It's Cameron Smith from the Pirates, a senior linebacker, able to wrap him up, but let's move the chains again.
2 handoffs, 2 first downs.
So you're looking at the running backs for next year for Sandusky and showing you their underclassmen.
That's for sure.
Looking pretty solid. Going with 3 sophomores at times in the backfield. Quick word to Kenya McCarty. Blocking back. J.J. Henry puts the head down and drives forward. J.J. inside the 30.
Burst.
So it's been pretty simple for Sandusky tonight. Run, and run some more.
Run? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, if you've got a stable of running backs like that, and your O-line is really coming off the ball well, just keep on running it between the tackles and give it to number 4 on an occasion. Right now, Sandusky's going with those sophomore running backs. Not offside against Sandusky. That'll back him up.
Another mental mistake.
So that'll set the streaks back to the 32. We're going to go first down. Call that 15. Really loading up that backfield here. They've even got tight end running in the backfield. That's Henry.
Nice cut.
Yes,
Great
good cut. Boy, just keep on running the ball. J.J. Henry.
8 more.
Carry.
8 and the 5-yard penalty. That's a 13-yard gain right there.
You know, not to get ahead of ourselves, I'm looking at the sideline, and I do see that Terrion Stewart is over on the bench, and I'm not sure if it's a problem with equipment or if it's an issue with that ankle again. But
yeah, I see that.
Terrion does not have his helmet on at this time. 2nd and 8.
Maybe that long run took a little out of him.
Losing his footing and going to be wrapped up and thrown for a loss. On that play, Henry did not get a good plant, stumbled, and Perkins was there defensively.
Terrion's going down to coach and saying, "Coach, I am ready."
He's right there on the sideline with the offensive line coach.
Yeah.
3rd, we're going to call it 4 for the Streaks as we're closing in on 2 minutes. Get a good look at the Blue Streak quarterback, Franklin. Inside play again. This time the Pirates are there. Give Perkins credit. Leading the charge for the black and white was Adam Schenk, senior linebacker. So Adams had a good year, 43 tackles for that senior.
Mike Franklin Jr., he's auditioning for the field goal. He went over to his dad and kept using the field goal motion.
Well, we know Franklin has a solid leg.
He does.
Fact, he leads the Lake Division, averaging right about 41 yards a punt. So you know the young man's got a strong leg. He does an exceptional job on kickoffs, too. He puts that ball inside the 10-yard line regularly.
This will not be that far, really.
They're going to just burn the clock all the way down, run it to 120, call the timeout, and then figure out what they're going to do on this 4th down and 4 play. You know, here's another interesting number. We're talking about individuals around the league. You know, the Willard Flashes have really struggled this year in football. They're, 0-9?
0-9.
But you go around, you look at the top individual performances. The top passer in the Bay Division, Cooper Parrott from Willard.
Yeah.
Cooper's thrown for almost 1,700 yards, 16 touchdowns, and no victories. And he's got the leading receiver in the Bay Division, and Hayden Meisner with 590 yards of receptions and 7 touchdown receptions.
Now that's something there.
There it is. And you also factor in the leading rusher in the Bay Division, Cooper Parrott. Almost 1,100 yards rushing for Cooper. Excuse me, I stand corrected. Stein from Port Clinton is number 1.
Yeah,
and
he's had a good year.
Yeah, Stein's got 15 touchdowns. And then the overall performer in that league, though, best player in that league is a guy by the name of Jack Alexander, quarterback from Oak Harbor.
No mistake.
Jack has been solid, 900 yards rushing, 1,100 yards passing the football. I mean, he's been solid. 13 touchdowns throwing, 19 rushing. So, yeah, I can see why they're 9-0, and you got a QB that can.
Well, you got a fullback has 900 and some too. I mean, they're tough.
So, Sandusky, 4th and 3. Stewart. Terrion Stewart going to get the corner. Terrion Stewart drives forward, close to that touchdown. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 3. So the senior comes in on a 4th and 3, and he's able to drag a tackler down inside to 5. They're going to mark him at the 2.
Ken, was that why they stopped the clock and they wanted to talk about it? They wanted to get Mr. Stewart.
Well, here you go, folks.
God, he's so good.
Just taking those
Wait
tacklers.
a minute, Kenny, he got caught from behind again.
Yeah, but he's dragging a couple of tacklers. All right, here's your play, Bill Eubens. You've got a minute and 12 to go. You're 1st and goal at the 2. Who's going to get the football?
Well, is Terren's not in the game?
Yes, he is.
Where's he at? He's
number 4.
Is he in the backfield?
Yeah, he's in the backfield, partner.
No, he's not.
Number 4 is right there in your screen. There's another timeout called.
Wait a minute. Number 4.
My eyes aren't great,
You
partner.
got better eyes than me, Kenny. I can't find him.
Yeah, number 4 is on the field. So we're going to call a timeout as we're going to figure this thing out.
If he's on the 4, if number 4 is on the field, that's my pick. That's my pick for the ball carrier.
Rather profound. I'd say that's a bold statement.
That's a
on
bold
your
statement.
part.
Very bold.
So there's your Bay Division leaders, and over in that River Division, those are your Division 6 and 7 players. Young man at Margaretta's had a very nice year at quarterback. That's Michael Spence. 1,800 yards
He's
throwing
had
the
a
ball.
good year.
Yeah, very nice year.
Not a very big kid, but he's had a good year.
Yeah, 1,800 yards, 19 touchdowns for that QB. Trevor Franks out of Lakota with 24 touchdowns and 1,800 yards rushing for Trevor. And Lakota, somewhat of a surprise. They've been one of the weak sisters last few years, but they're 4-5 on the year. We mentioned Gibsonburg 9-0. It's not going to make the playoffs because of strength of schedule. As here we go, Sandusky. Direct snap. Terrion Stewart. He'll step into the end zone and score. So Terrion Stewart breaks the goal line, the finish line for his 4th touchdown on the evening. And the Sandusky Blue Streaks have salted this one away here now as you get a look at Terrion into the end zone, touchdown number 4. And with 1:09 remaining till half, we'll bring Isaac Roop out to try the PAT.
That's why I missed him, Ken. I'm looking at the quarterback, and he was the quarterback. So I'm looking at the 2 backs. I said, he's not in there.
Well, you can start working on
You got
things.
better eyes than me.
Well, you're getting ready for week 11. You want to give a little different look.
Yeah, that's right.
Good snap again.
Well, he's 3 away from breaking the rules.
Through the middle and scored. A touchdown for Sandusky. Yeah, Blue Streaks pretty much closing this one open. As 1:09 remaining, and it's 35-7. Team from Hayes Avenue on top. But we're going to step aside. Back with more as we continue along here on BCSN. Working on that bass drum as the Sandusky Blue Streaks making some noise on the sideline as they watch their team open this thing up to a 35-7 lead as on Sandusky being played by the marching band of blue and white. As getting set to go here and kick this football away. Michael Franklin. Line drive this football, and it's going to be gathered in at about the 20-yard line. And we'll work the ball out as returning it is going to be Jordan Jackson. So here are the Perkins Pirates. They'd love to get something going. They've got a couple of timeouts to go and a little over a minute remaining. Hurry up situation for Jason Ziegler and the Pirates.
Well, they're not going to rush it in.
No.
So they got to throw something at it fairly deep.
To finish up very quickly in that River Division, kind of a tough situation though. Young man named Mitch Grafe-Snyder from Margaretta.
Oh, that's a shame.
Quality all-around athlete.
Yes.
That young man went down, I think about week 6 or week 7.
Yep.
And Mitch, just an excellent basketball player, about 6'7", 6'8". He still leads the River Division with 750 yards with receptions and 9 TDs. But boy, what a tough injury for him on that. I think was it the MCL? Or
MCL,
no? Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Well, they said he had 50 catches for 700 yards at the end of 5 games. But Kenny, I stood next to this kid when we did the Margaretta game. He's a big young man. He could be a tight end in the Mid-American Conference real easy.
He's a very, very nice athlete.
He's nice athlete.
Yeah, and an exceptional basketball player. But Steve Keller will not have Mitch available this year. That's really a shame. Whenever you see an athlete go down, you take a case in point for Sandusky when they lost Chauncey Aaron.
There you go.
Early, and Chauncey, a three-sport athlete here at Sandusky, and one of those doggone injuries that takes it away from you your last year in high school, and always a difficult thing to handle.
Yeah, that was a severe blow to the Polar Bears basketball team, that's for sure.
But again, those are your teams around the league here against 3 divisions here in the Sandusky Bay Conference. You've got the Lake Division, which you're watching here tonight. Of course, the Bay Division, which Oak Harbor has locked up, and Gibsonburg's locked up the river. And trying to go undefeated, as is Oak Harbor here tonight.
Right.
So the Blue Streaks on defense here. Perkins needs 70 yards with a minute to go. Campbell. So able to get out, squeeze out a couple of yards. More importantly, stops the clock.
That's a nice play.
Yeah, Luke Walton, another one of those sophomores, and Perkins plays a lot of underclassmen. Only 10 seniors on this roster, and only 6 juniors. So you're playing a lot of underclassmen, 13 sophomores in uniform for Perkins.
Yeah.
I stand corrected. Pirates do have 20 sophomores on their roster, which will help for next season.
Right.
So here's Campbell. Another quick out.
Same play, other side.
Yeah, just work the sideline, step out of bounds with 51 seconds remaining. So good clock management here early in this drive. So back to Luke they go. Again, Chris Campbell has thrown for about 1,000 yards on the season.
Right.
He's a junior, so opportunity next year for that young man to compete.
Oh, he'll grow and grow, no doubt. They got a lot of good athletes out there. They just got to groom them a little bit.
Up the middle, and able to step away from the pressure, and showing good speed.
Yeah.
Is able to beat Vinny D'Amico to the sideline. So at that time, coming hard up the middle was Rashawn Redding. But D'Amico able to run him out of bounds as they stop the clock again at 44 seconds.
Well, he found the bubble and sprinted through it, and that's why you got that big yardage. Sandusky had everybody playing man-to-man, running deep.
Perkins has 1 timeout remaining. This time Luke Walton will go in the slot, bottom of your screen. Motion man is Armstrong.
Another cut. Not too much, though. Maybe a yard.
Yeah, that was a good move getting down when he did, because Blue Streaks were getting there in a hurry, and that was being led by Sandusky's Jeremiah Johnson.
He's only got 1 timeout left.
Clock running inside of 30 seconds. Going to have to hustle up here.
There's a nice down and out, yes.
Quick step out.
Yeah.
I'd say Sandusky is really in a prevent defense
They're
now.
preventing.
Yeah,
They're preventing.
Corners are 10 yards off the wide receiver.
I mean, he ran 10 yards and was by himself.
So here you are at the 37. See if the defensive backs now come up a little tighter on those wide outs.
You got to score, Ken. Field goal does you.
No. This is all about getting in the end zone for sure. He'll empty the backfield for Campbell. Thinking about taking off, but he's going to go down.
Wow.
Perkins has 1 timeout remaining.
You're going to have to take it.
Yeah, Jason Ziegler very quickly stops clock. So
8 seconds.
Yeah, they might put a couple more ticks back on the clock. So we're going to got it at 8-6. So last timeout for Perkins. So we'll come to the sideline right now. There's Jason Ziegler in the middle of your screen in black. And we mentioned Jason now in season number 10, 50 and 46.
He's telling them to put, I think, 14 seconds
They
on.
should. They should put clock management, get it back to where it should be. But you look at Perkins. They made the playoffs 4 consecutive years, from 2012 to 2015, and running some tough times here the last couple of years. And this school has been to the state playoffs 10 times.
Right.
8 and 9 overall, but more importantly, they've got that one championship trophy from 1999. That's what you always play for. Opportunity to win a state title, and it's not easy.
No. Oh, boy.
It is not easy.
That is for sure.
You know, and mentioning state championships, last year's state champs, they're all alive in the playoffs again this year. Billy. All seven state champions are right there. They're going to be back in to defend their titles again. We'll talk about them a little later in the second half, because there are some quality football teams around the state this fall.
Okay.
So, yeah, 2nd and 13 now. No timeouts remaining for Perkins, as Campbell will straight drop, and he's got a lot of pressure.
Another sack.
Yep, and down we go, and that's going to do it as Philip Hunter, that 265-pound senior, able to wrap him up.
And that'll do it.
So that's going to finish up the first half, and a first half where Sandusky Blue Streaks, they got on top 7-0. The Pirates answered, but since then, Sandusky ran off 28 unanswered points. So halftime here at Strobel Field. 83 years of football at this site, and a lot of great football over the years. And with that, we'll step aside. Halftime straight ahead. It's Sandusky 35, Perkins 7. High school football here on BCSN. Both teams have hit the clubhouse, and it's halftime, and the marching band from Perkins High School is on the field.
Feature soloist Joshua Johnson.
When it comes to getting sick, your body doesn't always wait for business hours. Introducing Firelands Virtual Care. When you're not feeling your best, Virtual Care allows you to speak online with a medical professional right away, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And yes, at any time of the day or night. No appointment necessary. To get started, visit firelands.com/virtualcare to download our app. Care is just a click away.
Halftime continues here at Strobel Field, Cedar Point Stadium, as it's time for the Sandusky Blue Streak Marching Band to take the field.
Fast forward to 2014, and the band Fall Out Boy is touring the country. While on tour, they composed a song that features part of a melody from the 1980s hit Tom's Diner, and it carries a David versus Goliath message. The scenes are featured on the tune and want to be remembered as Centuries. progress of the ski show was released in 2006. This music video
When it comes to getting sick, your body doesn't always wait for business hours. Introducing Fireland's Virtual Care. When you're not feeling your best, Virtual Care allows you to speak online with a medical professional right away, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And yes, at any time of the day or night. No appointment necessary. To get started, visit firelands.com/virtualcare to download our app. Care is just a click away.
And halftime continuing here as the Blue Streak marching band still on the field. The Blue Streaks are back out to warm up, but a very, very productive first half of football for Sandusky's. They put 35 points on the board, and they got it going early behind their lead running back, one of the best in Ohio. We're talking Terrion Stewart as he carried it in from 34 yards out. A brilliant run, Bill. He's done that all year, though.
That's what he does. You're right, Kenny.
And the Perkins Pirates, they came back with Ty Carter, that 195-pound running back, powered his way into the end zone to knot this thing up at 7 and gave Perkins some life. And the Sandusky Blue Streaks, they answered right back again. It was Terrion Stewart from 17 yards out. He gets to the corner. He's gone.
Shoulders square. You can't get him.
And once again, here's Terrion Stewart again, folks, showing you that speed and that power as he drives up the middle, cuts outside, and takes it all the way to the end zone and crosses the finish line for another touchdown.
Unbelievable sight, Kenny. Sees everything.
Then you throw J.J. Henry in the mix, that sophomore showing good foot speed, gets to the corner and gets introduced at the goal line. But again, that was 28 for the Blue Streaks, and they tapped it off with Terrion Stewart in the end zone for his 4th touchdown of the evening, and the Sandusky Blue Streaks in control at 35-7. Some impressive first half stats for the blue and white, Bill.
Yes, sir. They're going to bring those up there? Okay.
Yeah, like I said, impressive stats here by Sandusky, and they'll get the ball back, but they're good running the ball tonight.
Okay, here we go.
So with Sandusky running the football is real simple, Bill. We talked about it at the beginning. They're going to go between the tackles, and they're going to show their ability to run the football. And that's pretty much all they've done tonight. In fact, they haven't thrown a ball yet tonight.
They have not thrown the ball, and the rushing yardage, 82, which is respectable. But Sandusky's a beautiful 368 yards rushing. They have no yards passing, but they don't have to pass. Perkins has 36 yards passing. And the total yardage, of course, you could see it there, 118 Perkins, 368 Sandusky. First downs, Perkins has 9, Sandusky 14, with one team a turnover each. Turnovers really hadn't hurt much tonight, but what hurts everything for Perkins' sake is the 368 yards rushing, Kenny, and they get the second half kickoff.
Yeah, the Blue Streaks are going to want to put an exclamation point on this ball game tonight. And again, Terrion Stewart with those 4 touchdowns in his resume here tonight. He just continues to pile gaudy numbers. In fact, folks, you like gaudy numbers, 86 touchdowns in his high school career for Terrion Stewart.
Wow.
But we're going to talk more about that young man and the team in the second half, but we're going to step aside. Both teams back on the field as halftime continues, and there's your numbers, Sandusky 35, Perkins 7, right here on BCSN.
Okay, we're back here for the third quarter, and looks like we're just in a get-ready preparation here. The Perkins Pirates are warming up in their end zone. Sandusky has had their warm-ups, and they're getting ready to roll, and we're going to have the second half kickoff here very soon.
Well, both teams are ready to go. We know Sandusky is feeling real good about themselves, Bill Eubens, as they get a week 11, and more than likely it's going to be over to Bay Village.
Bay Village, okay.
Or possibly they're going to play Buckeye out of Medina. But, you know, we're talking about statistics here, and we mentioned Terrion Stewart, and boy, what a first half the young man has had and the number of touchdowns he's scored in his career. And you don't want to get too far ahead of yourselves, but, you know, Terrion has 4 touchdowns here in the first half, right? So he's also looking at the possibility, and again, this, you don't want to get ahead of yourselves, but 6 is the school record. 4 touchdowns at Sandusky High School, and he's got 6 of those.
He's got 6.
Yeah, and you stop and you think, Sandusky's been playing football here for 150 years, so we're going back a little ways.
Playing great football for 150 years.
Yeah, they have certainly done that, and those 6 touchdowns, you got Johnny Bettridge back in 1929, the great London Gant in 1930, another name that in history, Elmer Lippert.
Remember Elmer very well.
1969,
Yep.
and Terrion also has 6 touchdowns. As we're underway here, and we'll take a fair catch and start the second half for the Blue Streak. So, again, we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves here and start thinking numbers, but depending on how Sandusky plays this second half and how they go about it, there's an opportunity.
A lot could be determined here
Yeah.
in the next 24 minutes.
Yeah. And you know, you start talking records and numbers and all those other things. I guess it is worth mentioning, and we don't want to just keep talking about number 5, but doggone it, that young man is getting close now to over 5,600 yards rushing. I'll say that again, 5,600 career yards rushing and 86 touchdowns in his high school career. That puts him 15th all time in Ohio high school football history.
They're never going to forget him in Sandusky, that's for sure.
So we'll run the football just like we have the first half against the Pirates. And boy, let's move the pile,
look at
folks.
That push. 8 or 9 yards on the first play of the third quarter.
Yeah, and that was such a quick handoff. I'm not sure who took that.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Was that Williams? Or couldn't see the number
How
on
about
that, folks.
29?
Okay, then all right, we got 29. That's Williams. That's Desmond.
That was Williams, yeah.
Yep. So Desmond takes over that first carry for Sandusky, and we don't see. I don't think Terrion's in the ball game right now.
I don't think he is, but I said that before too.
Yeah. Well, it's understandable. We mentioned that ankle issue. So, hey, we're going to go up top.
Whoa, and
First
he's
time.
open.
Caston.
Yes.
Oh, what a catch
Yes.
off the fingertips.
Oh, they go.
Oh, but Noah Caston
Great
got some
play.
separation, and Franklin threw it out there.
Nice
another
call.
look.
Right on the money. Boy, was that a nice later right there. Nice and smooth over his shoulder. and dropped it.
So Noah, good effort, but comes up empty. So now we'll go 3rd down and 1. Is the first throw of the evening for the Blue
You know,
Streaks.
nice call on a 2nd and 1. Really nice call. That's when you run that play.
Yeah, and you're throwing that ball to Noah Caston, who's got 435 yards, 28 receptions, and he's been in the end zone 4 times. So we'll go to the outside.
Big hole, big hole.
To the 50.
Cut back.
40. Now it looks like a flag is thrown in the backfield. So, but boy, you talk about, once again, some of that foot speed of Sandusky. That's Desmond Williams.
He coasted.
But the officials throwing a flag at the 41-yard line, and there's the holding penalty. And I don't want to be repetitive, but that has been an issue for Sandusky in 2019.
So that's like number 5 tonight on the holding variety, and boy, that kills you.
Literally.
You got these great backs breaking it all the way, and then you get a hold.
And
frustrating.
And when you get into playoff football in Week 11,
it'll kill you.
Got to be sound.
It'll kill you.
And I understand a lineman really wants to do the very best he can to give his teammate that opportunity, but I don't think the coaches haven't spent a lot of time on this week in and week out, Bill Euban. You being a football coach know about that.
That's right. Man, oh man. Takes away some pretty runs, I tell you.
So to the 40, following that parade is going to be J.J. Henry. J.J. Henry is going to score. Wow. Touchdown, J.J. Henry, 69 yards.
66.
Well,
no, I didn't see the headlines, but you're right, 69. You're right. What a play.
69 yards goes J.J. Henry. He gets a good block, cuts it up, and he's gone. I like the way he's following, though, the lead blocker for Sandusky. That was Desmond Williams.
There was no hold that time, Kenny. That was a flat-out great play.
And he breaks the tape, does J.J. Henry, on that touchdown run. So Sandusky Blue Streaks continue to run the ball, and they run the ball well here tonight in this their final game of the regular season. And for Sandusky, there's 19 seniors who will play under the lights for the final time in their high school career.
Yeah, it's going to be sad for these seniors because they know the great legacy that this field maintains. And to play your last game, that's going to hurt.
42-7 our score. We're going to step aside. Back with more here on BCSN. Well, Michael Franklin been a busy man tonight with that right leg. And again, he is the leading punter in the Lake Division, over 40 yards of punt. And he, again, will line drive that one down to about the 8-yard line, and Ty Carter will grab that up, try to get to the corner, and Sandusky's there. He bulls forward, though. Yeah, we talked about Ty earlier. The young man has been running hard tonight for those Perkins Pirates.
He sure has.
And there's a young man that certainly would love to get that 1,000 yards. I believe he has cracked the 1,000-yard barrier.
I think he's got to be right there.
Yeah, he needed 63, I believe, to or take that back, 43.
Yeah.
Over Ty's got that.
So he's in good shape. Be proud of himself.
Hustle in, late arrival for Sandusky's Philip Hunter. Okay, now we got 11, but Ty's going to try to work the edge.
He's going to try the Wildcat. And
look at him drive
the legs. Look at him drive. Whoa.
Pulling the pile forward, still pushing, waiting for the referee to signal stoppage, and there you go.
Guys are flying out of there. He's a load to bring down, boy, I tell you.
Well, now that the lead is over 30 points, as you know, in high school football, they go to what they call the running clock. which means on an incomplete or out of bounds, you just keep the clock winding.
Yeah.
So the third quarter can go pretty quickly as Carter will take it right out of the shotgun. Ty will be wrapped up.
He nailed him that time first.
Yeah,
just a couple.
Right, about a yard short. So give Vinny D'Amico that tackle. And I think in a ball game like this, you're going to see the Sandusky Blue Streaks getting a lot of young men on the field and getting an opportunity to play here for the final time.
Mr. Campbell just took himself out of the game with this Wildcat formation.
Carter looking.
He got it.
And so Ty will work it forward for that first down.
Didn't get it by much, but he did get it.
We talked earlier, Bill, about the state playoffs and defending state champions, and all 7 defending champs are still alive and playing. So St. Ed's in the playoffs, Division I, Akron-Hoban, state champs in 2, Chagrin-Kenston, Division III, state champs. Cowboys of Cincinnati, Wyoming, they won it all in Division IV.
Orville's still in it.
Yeah, in Division V, they're playing ball. And they've moved up from Division VI now to Division V. That's Kirtland.
Kirtland, great program.
Yep, and down in Division VI, it's Macomb. They are alive as well in Division VII. And the state runner-ups from last year, they're all alive, except for Johnstown Monroe.
There's a fumble, Kim.
Get that football?
I think they did.
Let's find out. Officials have stopped the clock. Yep. So the team in blue has come up with it. Let me show you. I've got the football, Dazion Wright. So that senior picks one up.
He's happy.
So nice play. We'll get a replay here and check out this fumble recovery.
Boy, somebody just stripped it right out of his hand.
Yeah, Maurice Armstrong trying to get that extra yard, but he left the ball behind.
Yeah.
So Sandusky will take over the football with wonderful field position.
Oh, my. Oh, boy, they have some field position here. These young kids are going to get another chance to see what they can do.
Yeah, all 4 backs. You got 3 sophomores back there. Keenan McCarty in that blocking position as a junior. And again, Sandusky going with some youth on that front line is working hard, driving forward across the 30 to the 29 goes Desmond Williams. Des on the year, 250 yards rushing and only 50 carries, so he's been solid for Sandusky, doing some backup duty for Terrion Stewart.
Well, you called out in the first half members of that offensive line because they have clearly put on a show tonight, taking people off the ball. This is a great performance by that line.
Yeah, Mike Frank is moving a lot of guys in and out of that offensive line as well.
Showing a lot of versatility on this team.
Yeah, he's had Marion Dennison, a sophomore there, Dylan Pollard, Mika Brown. Those guys are all back next year.
Yep.
As long as those seniors, Havens, Wright, Midhour, Hunter, and Walls. Those are solid offensive linemen. Henry going to cut outside, but not this time.
Go backwards.
Henry there to wrap him up and throw him down is going to be Caden Wire, 200-pound sophomore.
It was second in the foot. He ran backwards.
So again, real quickly through those divisions, it was St. Ed's over Coleraine of Cincinnati, Akron-Hoban over Massillon, Chagrin-Kenston over Kettering-Alder, Cincinnati, Wyoming beating Girard, Orville Division 5 over Monroe, Division 6, Kirtland against Maria Stein, Marion Local.
Another powerhouse.
Yeah, and they're back in it again.
Wow.
And Macomb and Gloucester Trimble in Division 7. So all those guys are back but one.
Great programs.
Yeah, man. Schools do well in football. So,
oh boy, look at this old
Hall,
kid.
Speed,
oh my.
Speed to the outside and now stepped into the own zone real easy. And I'm talking about Desmond Williams.
Desmond Williams, 33 yards out.
165-pound sophomore showing he's got another gear. As they now have put 48 points on the board as the sophomore will come to the sideline.
I mean, he put another gear in there. Here we go.
Again, folks, you like to see these underclassmen perform at a high level, and there's another soph that's got 2 more years to play here on Hayes Avenue.
Well, he goes into the off-season, Kenny, and he wants to lift weights harder. He wants to run harder, you know, knowing he could be another one in the line of great Sandusky backs.
And no doubt he's had a heck of a mentor on how to compete.
Oh, boy.
Terrion Stewart.
Every day in practice learning that skill.
So with that score, 49-7 is where we are. Sandusky comfortably on top here on BCSN. Once again, the leg of Michael Franklin will kick the ball down to about the 11-yard line, and Ty Carter will look to get field position for the Pirates.
Can't stop. You got to keep going.
23-yard line is where the black and white will scrimmage. With us during this 2019 high school football season is Matthews Ford in Sandusky. And when you make it Matthews, we can make it happen. So stop by for a test drive today. That's Matthews Ford in Sandusky. As you get a look at the victory bell here at Strobel Field, Cedar Point Stadium. And we'll be ringing that a little later on this evening, as the week number 10 is winding down here pretty quickly. And around the area, there was that upset in the making. Tiffin Columbian
sure is
trying to get a piece of the Lake Division of the SBC as they're on top of the Norwalk Truckers over there at Whitney Field.
We watched a good Tiffin team get beat by Sandusky, remember, a few weeks ago.
We certainly did, and we talked about that game where Tiffin just couldn't run with Sandusky.
Yeah, couldn't.
And that was a pivotal part of the game. Looks like we got a cramp out there in the field as the Perkins offense is over with Coach Jason Ziegler. Final polls in the 2019 season have come out, and on top, Division I, it's Mentor, Lakewood, St. Ed's, and Fairfield. Division II, familiar names around the area, Maslin. And that team out of Toledo Central Catholic, they are strong, and Akron, Hoban,
yep.
Another powerhouse. Division III, New Philadelphia, Columbus Hartley, and Jonathan Alder.
Okay.
And Mansfield is number 11 and Norwalk number 8, both in our region here in the area.
Right.
Division IV, the Cowboys of Cincinnati, Wyoming, Clinton Massey, and Perry are Division IVs. Division Vs, we're talking Kirtland, talking West Ridgewood and Eastwood. And the small schools, this is where it gets interesting. Out of the same conference, you've got Anna, Coldwater, and Minster. They're ranked number 5. And also throw in New Bremen. They're ranked number 6.
Wow.
And in Division 7, it's Maria Stein, Marion Local, Fort Loramie, and Harvest Prep, while Norwalk St. Paul in at an 8. As they wind the clock here with this running clock, Ty Carter is going to be wrapped up and dragged down from behind. Coming in for Sandusky, Xavier Parker. Xavier with 75 tackles on the season. But, you know, we talk all the time, and I don't know if folks really listen to us, but the one that amazes me when we talk high school athletics and conferences, it's called the Mighty Mac. The Midwest Athletic Conference.
Wow.
That conference was founded back in the year 1974.
Every year.
Okay. Now, folks, think about this. 1974, so what are we talking? They're about 45 years
45
roughly?
years.
All right. So in 45 years since that league went into play, as Carter will bust it out, that conference has accumulated 132 state championships. 163 by the guys, 69 by the gals. 33 of those championships, state championships, have come in the sport of football. But again, we're talking Division 6, Division 7, and these are small schools. We're talking Coldwater, Anna, Minster, Maria Stein, Marion Local, Delphus St. John, for sales, okay?
All household names.
Minster, you know, right on down the line.
Yeah.
But think about that. One league with 132 state championships and divided pretty equally among the guys and the gals.
Yeah.
And year in and year out, those men and women in those schools compete. Ty Carter will struggle forward, going to get close to the first down.
Yeah, he got it. Yeah. They pushed him back, but he was over the line again.
Yeah, Carry-On Keys, another one of the 19 seniors on this roster, able to make that tackle as the clock continues to wind here at 3:35. But again, I just find that amazing.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, that one league can do that consistently.
Well, all those small schools, how do you get those athletes year after year?
But to compete at such a high level.
Man.
Compete at such a high level. That's what's so impressive about that, Bill Eubanks.
Oh, that is unbelievable.
So we'll go the quick out. Going to try to find, I believe that's Ty Carter. It is. Excuse me, that's number 83.
83, yeah.
Not 23, so making that reception for the black and white is Daniel Zirkle, a sophomore, and Perkins is playing a lot of underclassmen.
Rashawn Redding on that tackle for Blue Streaks.
So the Midwest Athletic Conference, that's located over in the western part of the state of Ohio, right in that I-75, I-70 area.
Yep.
And just amazing that those small towns can continue to dominate the way they do. So Carter will push the football out across the 40, maybe to the 43.
I think Perkins is real content to keep it on the ground, use up the time, and get out of here with respectability, not a murder.
And again, week 11, a lot of fun. 224 teams will continue to play football in Ohio. About 500 of these teams around the state will put away the helmets and pads and break out the sneakers.
Break out the sneakers.
And get into the wrestling room or jump in the pool, because a lot of winter sports going to be coming up, and we'll have them for you here again on BCSN. But first things first, we still got a little more football to go. It looks like a penalty has been whistled here.
Yep. That is the side judge, threw it right away. Probably going to get a hold, my guess.
But we don't want to speculate too far. We mentioned Sandusky's going to be moving on, and it doesn't look like they'll move out of their slot right now, which means they're going to have an away game in their first contest. And as it stands right now, there's a chance it could be Bay Village, who they played and beat last year.
Remember that.
Yeah, and then as well, it could possibly be Buckeye Medina. And both of those guys are out of the Greater Cleveland League, which is predominantly Division IV, Division III league as well.
When I was at Oak Harbor, we were Division III one year, and we played Medina Buckeye.
Okay.
At Medina. Remember, they had a big defensive end named Cluting, end up going to Ohio State. We really saw how good he was.
Third, call it 15. Try a little quick out pattern.
Backfield.
Get a couple of yards, so they'll squeeze it out to about the 36-yard line as Daniel Zirkle able to make that reception.
4th and 10.
Again, we won't know anything official until Sunday on who the Blue Streaks play, but all the speculation on the Sandusky side is they're going to play Buckeye, and the conversation was twofold. Number one, they play in a grass field.
That's true.
And number two, coaches say they don't have a clock on the field or play clock, which means the official isn't responsible for making the call. Let's go up top one last time.
Picked off.
Going to pick it off.
Oh, we should have.
Yeah, through the hands.
Made a great play.
Yeah, I mean, we're over there defensively, and that being J.T. Lewis, as we're trying to hook that football up with Luke Walton, but it'll go incomplete, and we'll turn it over to the Sandusky here with 4 minutes to go in quarter number 3.
Kenny, you have given us all the football we need to know who's going to do what this fall.
I don't know what anyone's doing, and neither does anyone until they finish playing football on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Because that's the beauty of this thing, is they got to get a computer in there to get those top 8 teams.
Isn't that something?
Yep. I like it where it says control your own destiny, you know, which means you take care of your business, then you've controlled your destiny.
If you take care of your business, you're going to win and you're going to move on.
And then there's other times when you got to rely upon somebody else to take care of it for you.
Right.
I know, like Bellevue is sitting there in a catbird seat, but they may need help, and the Clyde Flyers would love to take it away. Not give them that playoff opportunity, because that's a huge rival between those two schools.
You talk about big. They can't stand each other.
Well, now let's not go that far. They just have a real competitive spirit.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, after all, I don't think Clyde and Bellevue geographically are very far apart on U.S. Route 20.
10 miles.
Is that what it is, partner?
That's all.
Yeah, I knew it was pretty close for sure. Well, they've wound the clock, and we finished quarter number 3 here at Cedar Point Stadium, Strobel Field in Sandusky. So 12 minutes of football remaining, and those are your numbers. It's all blue and white from Sandusky here on BCSN. Sandusky Blue Streaks will start off the 4th quarter as beginning to empty the benches. Marion Gordon gets an opportunity to run the football. We'd like to thank Victory Kitchen. Thank you for your support and your love and joy and happiness through this holiday season. Again, I'd like to thank Victory Kitchen for being with us here, and I'd like to thank you for your support and kindness this year. Victory Kitchen located on Hayes Avenue. Best I could do, Nick. Peace, love, and Woodstock to yours. Work outside.
Oh boy, look at that speed again.
Nice work there by number 10. Not getting a lot of playing time, but Cameron Gordon says, Coach Franklin, I'm a junior, and I want to carry the football next year.
Yeah, he's right. So he has a nice little burst, too.
Yeah, 160-pound running back. So, boy, we said it earlier, Sandusky's got some nice young talent to replace one of the very best and the greatest runner in the history of Sandusky football in Terrion Stewart. I mentioned Terrion now is well over 5,700 yards rushing on the season, 86 touchdowns, and boy, one of those upsets that you like to talk about in football. I think you'd call it an upset when Tiffin Columbian runs over Norwalk 29-7.
Well, that's two evenly matched teams. I would not call that an upset.
So first of all, Norwalk only scores 7 points. Something's going on over there. I don't want to say that there's an injury, but who has stopped Evan Stump running the football this year? Come on.
No one.
No one. No one.
So either he's bumped up a little bit, or that's Tiffin put together one heck of a defense tonight.
Now, either that, they're playing with 14 guys, partner.
Yeah, that could be.
Nobody has stopped Evan Stump this year.
No.
I mean, you're almost 2,000 yards through 9 games. That's incredible. Hey, we'll wait and get to statistics
tomorrow.
That's
right. We'll see.
All right, continuing to run the clock here. It's 2nd and 10.
Oh.
Hang on to the football. Drive those legs.
Just spinning and driving.
Across the 15, down to about the 14-yard line goes Cameron Gordon. You're going to pick up a couple. Close-in look at the action here at Strobel Field.
I do not think we're going to see the second pass of the game.
No, I don't either, partners. Boy, you can see working hard to gather in those yards.
He sure is. And another thing, even though it's a big score, the young men from Perkins, they're not quitting either.
No.
They're still out there hitting hard.
That's what a coach wants to see out of his athletes.
That's all.
You know, just compete.
Give me your best.
Yep, just compete and give yourself the best, too.
Yep.
So when you walk off the field, you know that the effort was there.
Boy, that's stopping and going, but they only got a couple there, 4th.
Yeah, that Pirate defense rising up and getting the stop and leading the way for the black and white, and he's been an awfully good football player. We're talking, at that time it was Will Sturginger, but we talked about Sam McNulty tonight in the season he's had for Perkins.
Right.
So you get a look over at the Pirates sideline. Again, Terrion Stewart with 4 touchdowns and 250 yards rushing for this evening and half of work. And Coach Mike Franklin pulled the plug and said, Terrion, I'll see you week 11.
Yes.
And if he's having those ankle problems, give you another week to get ready. Boy, banging inside the 10-yard line, down to the 9 goes Cameron Gordon. You know, when you get playoff football, Bill, is that what's really a nice thing for a football coach is you get your young man for an additional week as a team.
Absolutely.
And more practice time, more opportunities to teach, more opportunity to improve your skills.
Do you realize a team that goes to the state final has one half a season more than everybody else?
Yeah.
That's a lot of reps.
It sure is, because
a lot of reps.
You play 10 games in the regular season, and doggone it, you got to play 5 more weeks. That's a lot of football for a teenager.
You go out there on Monday through Thursday, practice. That is a lot.
It's a lot of football for a teenager.
Like the pros.
Yeah, they play 16.
Yeah.
And they guess what? They get a week off too.
Yeah, that's right.
So Perkins will get the football back as we got 7.5 minutes to go in this contest. And again, with state tournament time upon us, start to think about some of the great programs in Ohio and state championships. There's a team out of Cleveland called St. Ignatius. They've got 11 of those. Marion local, they have 11. Down south in Cincinnati, it's Cincinnati Moeller with 9 state titles. As Blue Streak swarm defensively. J.T. Lewis in there for the blue and white. We start talking about wins. Boy, Newark Catholic, they haven't won too much lately, but boy, they had a run for a while, didn't they?
J.D. Graham, he put a dynasty together.
Yep. Yeah, Newark Catholic, they got 72 wins.
Oh, they were fabulous.
Ignatius was 70. Coldwater, they've got 73. I forgot about Coldwater. Marion local also was 70.
That was John Reed at Coldwater. Look at this. Whoa. Oh.
Keep it going. The big man is rumbling.
Oh, he tried to get in.
Gonna hang on to it. They got him from behind.
They sure did. Boy, oh boy.
There's a young man that's selling out here. Ty Carter, that senior. Maximum effort as he's able to break it down to the 30, but can't get to the end zone. But boy, what an effort.
He was leaving no doubt I'm getting 1,000 tonight.
Good blocking, but there's putting that head down.
Breaks it right there. What a great job.
Able to break through a good arm tackle.
Boy, did he just pounced. He put the tomahawk on that ball, and he still didn't let go.
He was able to break free from Xavier Parker. It was a very good open field tackle. So Perkins on the move here with 6 minutes to go. Move that pile forward. A couple of tough yards inside for Chris Campbell. Another interesting stat since we're on this playoff time. I like these winning percentages when you talk about them. How about Marion Local? They're sitting there with a 71-11 record in playoff football.
Playoffs.
71-11. Well, you won 11 championships, so
you're going to have that many wins.
Yeah. But doggone it, that's an impressive number.
That's for sure.
That's the best in the state when it comes to overall records.
Yeah.
So, going to keep the football, drive forward for a couple more yards. That coming by that junior Chris Campbell. I'm sure the team on South Campbell Street would love to stick one in the end zone here
one
late
more would be great for them, yeah.
to wrap up their season here tonight.
I mean, plenty of time.
Yep. So all things being equal, the Lake Division of the Bay Conference will have Norwalk, Tippin, Columbian, and Sandusky represented, and they're all in the same region.
All in the same region. Wow.
So that shows that it's a pretty darn good conference for football. And then, of course, in that Bay Division, it's going to be the Oak Harbor Rockets, solid Division 5 school. And they've got opportunities to make some noise. And we talked about Gibsonburg, most likely 10-0, but are going to be shut out because the thing about playoff football is you got to start looking at that strength of schedule. And you get out of your league. You get out of your league. You got to go find some competition. And Sandusky ends up 7-3. But I'll tell you, they played Springfield Division II, beat them. They played Padua, beat them. Division II school. Fremont beat them. So you just go on down the line and say, who are you playing out of your league? Give yourself that opportunity.
Well, if you go 10-0 and don't make the playoffs, you're not scheduling correctly. That's for sure.
And that's something I'm sure they'll over Gibsonburg they'll try to address in the coming years. So one more look at a hard tackle here.
Slammed him down. Touchdown.
In the end zone and scoring for Sandusky, or excuse me, for the Pirates. I'm sorry, that's Chris Campbell.
Chris Campbell for the score. Chris Campbell.
So 3:40 remaining in the contest. The Perkins Pirates hit the scoreboard. It's Chris Campbell finishing strong here at the end of this ball game.
No quit. They played right to the end. That's for sure.
Lower the shoulder and goes in standing up.
Chris is only a junior. He'll be back leading that team next year. Got a lot of valuable experience this year.
Point after is going to split the uprights.
The kickers have been good tonight too.
They have. I believe that was Yingling on that. Yep, Tyler Yingling, the sophomore, puts the extra point on the board. So 3:40 to go. Sandusky Blue Streaks in control on BCSN.
When it comes to getting sick, your body doesn't always wait for business hours. Introducing Firelands Virtual Care. When you're not feeling your best, Virtual Care allows you to speak online with a medical professional right away, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And yes, at any time of the day or night. No appointment necessary. To get started, visit firelands.com/virtualcare to download our app. Care is just a click away.
Well, it looks like Sandusky will get the football back on the last possession of the game. Let's see if the Pirates just work on a little bit of action right here. Try that onside kick again.
Because Sandusky's not prepared for it.
Yeah, they got a lot of guys up front, so we'll kick it all the way through. And we'll bring it down, Xavier Parker.
He's got a wall.
Xavier looking for a block.
He's got a little
Xavier,
wall.
Sidelines.
One guy to beat. Oh,
Going to be
slammed out of bounds.
Oh boy, and
He did get slammed out of bounds.
both players are down right now.
Almost looked a little bit like a collar there.
Yeah, he was up pretty high on Xavier around the neck. Still not up over there on that far side for the Perkins Pirates. I believe that's Tyler Yingling. And then Tyler went to the far side to wrap him up. And out of bounds we go with 3:22 remaining. Well, one other interesting number, we've been throwing numbers at you guys left and right here tonight. And we've talked a great deal about Terrion Stewart and that young man's performances. He's over 5,600 yards rushing, 86 touchdowns, will put him in the top 20 all time in Ohio.
Right.
And stop and think about Terrion, though. In those ball games, you know, points win games, right? Points win games. Well, in Terrion Stewart's high school career, Bill, he scored 524 points. What was that? I said he scored 524 points in his high school career. You're going to win some football games.
Yeah. And they have.
Yes, they have. Yep.
Oh boy, that's some serious stats there.
Yep. You know, Terrion got in just a little bit his freshman year. He scored a touchdown, but his sophomore, junior, and senior years have just been spectacular. And again, he leaves this football field here tonight as the finest runner statistically in the history of Blue Streak football.
Oh boy.
And you look at the numbers and the success he's had and the team's success, more importantly, playoffs 4 consecutive years. And I think we mentioned that this senior class at Sandusky, they did not lose to the Pirates, did they?
No. 4 in a row right now.
Yeah, that's right, because they've won in this series. They've won 4 games in a row.
Yep.
And it was tied at 5-5, and now Sandusky.
And they played that way all night, too.
Yes, they
did not want to take that away from them.
No, now Sandusky is up 6-5 in this series, which is excellent series as well, since the schools are only 2 miles apart, if that. As there's the Pirates gang tackling, not giving anything to Michael Pisarski, a sophomore running back, as Coach Mike Franklin, season number 14, has emptied the bench.
He sure has. Everybody's got to play tonight. Unless you're injured, you played.
Well, if you're somebody scouting Sandusky tonight, you're thinking, okay, tough to beat these guys on the edge because they do have really good team foot speed, and you look statistically, you attack Sandusky between the tackles, see what success you can have, and on the offensive side of the ball, it's not very complicated, is it? How do you stop Sandusky? Well, put a circle around number 4, and good luck, folks.
Good luck, that's it, good luck.
So wrapped up and thrown down.
Yep, they're just trying to get the clock going.
Yeah, down to a minute and a half. And having had the pleasure of watching number 4 throughout his high school career, he's one of those backs, Bill Eubens, you've seen him a few times. He's going to get 2 yards, he's going to get 3, maybe 4. Then all of a sudden, bang, he hits you for 60 or 70. Or he hits you for 40, and it's like, how did that happen? Yeah. Well, that's the type of running back he is.
That's for sure.
What do they call that? Hold your breath?
Hold your breath.
Yep.
Because you never know when it's coming. Another 4th down
That's
play.
Well said. You never know when it's going to happen. And as Bill Needham likes to say when he carries the ball, Needham will always say, wow.
Yeah. Wow. That's true.
And that's a factor.
That describes it about as good as anything.
Yeah, that is the wow factor.
Okay, so Perkins is going to take over here with 42 seconds.
Yeah, the Pirates will get one last possession. You can look, there's Terrion Stewart right there, folks, with the cape on, number 4.
Just relaxing.
Mike Franklin, the head coach, said, I'm not going to use you, young man, in the last 24 minutes of the home season. I'd like to have you ready to go week 11.
He feels pretty good about himself. He's had a night. He's had a half.
Yes, and a wonderful career for Sandusky, as have all these seniors for the blue and white, as they come away winning their final contest here tonight, up their record to 7-3 on the season, 3-2 in league play. Perkins Pirates, they'll close it out with a 3-7 record on the campaign, but a lot of underclassmen for the black and white.
That should do it.
Yeah, that's going to wrap it up, as that will be the final snap of the ball game here this evening, as the Sandusky Blue Streaks got on top first. Pirates came back, tied this thing up at 7, and then it was the Terrion Stewart show, and that Blue Streak defense taking care of business as Sandusky comes away winning here tonight by your final scores. You see it, those are your numbers. Sandusky Blue Streaks 49, the Perkins Pirates 14. As we're going to step aside here from Strobel Field, back with more as we continue with high school football on BCSN. The victory bell at Strobel Field is going to be ringing here shortly as the Blue Streaks are down in front of the marching band with the Blue Streak alma mater. And it was a ball game. Bill Eubens said it was all about running the football, and Sandusky ran it extremely well tonight in our Pat O'Brien Sandusky Door and Hearth play of the game. Real simple, man.
Real simple. His name is J.J. Henry. He's off on a 69-yard gallop. And look at the moves as he ran through there and then turns it on at the end and outruns everybody. Really an exciting run, and he deserves to be the play of the game.
And I like the way he splits the tape at the finish.
Yeah.
J.J. says, I like it. And guess what, folks? I'm a sophomore as I'm right in your living room.